Welcome to the Sisters Uncensored podcast, where we get into everything from childhood trauma to millennial adulting and all things in between.
We share crazy stories from the past and present to help us cope with the insanity that is our lives.
By sharing our perspectives, we hope to bring some relatability, laughter, and unsolicited advice that can help you survive the messiness of life along with us.
My name's Jessica Labita. I'm a millennial mom, wife, and marketing professional, and I am absolutely insane.
My name is Ashley Lanieve. I am a millennial stay-at-home mom, avid golfer, and too mouthy for my own good.
We are real sisters, and this is Sisters Uncensored. Take this trip with us. All right, welcome to Sisters Uncensored. Today we have sisters with us, Emmeline and Eliza, and they are practicing members of the LDS Church and our favorite Mormon girls. And this whole Mormon everything is such an amazing, crazy trend right now. You have the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. You have the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Obsessed.
Oh my gosh, yes. You have Sister Wives, which is been going for years now.
Also obsessed.
And is almost on its way out, basically.
Yeah.
They're pretty much done and have run their course.
That guy's a weirdo.
Right? But all things Mormon are so freaking trending, and we wanted to take the opportunity to sit
bring
down
in our own
with
Mormons.
our amazing sisters and have a conversation about all of this stuff that's going on in the media. Give them a chance to kind of fill us in on their perspective and what's going on. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you so much.
We're so excited to have you. They flew in from Utah and Florida today to be with us. So it's really cool. We're psyched.
All right. So, first question.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right. I'm going to be really straight with you. Which category do you guys fall into? Are you the drinking Mormons? Or are you guys the garment Mormons? I don't know.
What do they call it? There's a name for it. It's
Party Mormons?
No.
Not party Mormons.
On Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, they have it's a this or that.
It's on that. It's the sinners versus the
Sinners,
saints.
Yes.
Which one are you? Are you
That's
sinners
it.
or saints?
I would say we're on the saints.
We're on the saints
Oh,
side.
that's okay.
Nice. We're sinners. We're not Mormon, but we're sinners.
Okay, but you're saints. I love it. That's good. That's good.
So no drinking, no nothing.
No.
Okay. Why'd you move out of Utah?
Yeah, so I moved out of Utah because my husband's family lives in Florida, and we kind of wanted to get out, try something new, because we grew up in Utah our whole life. So I've lived there as long as I can remember, and so we thought it would be fun to try something new.
Were you guys in the Park City area? Is that where you grew up, or where in
No,
Utah?
we were more south than Park City. It was an hour south from Salt Lake.
Okay. And when you went to school and stuff, was it a Mormon school?
No, it was just a normal public school, but majority of us were all members of the church.
LDS. Is that an offensive term to say Mormon or LDS? Is there a
Mormons-
difference?
Jesus, Jessica.
No, I'm so offended.
So rude.
Mormons is what we're known as in the world. Everybody knows us as Mormons, but the official name of the church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because we want to focus on Jesus Christ and that we worship Him and nothing else.
Yep.
And the word Mormons doesn't really replicate what we believe in.
Where did that come from? Do you know?
It's from the Book of Mormon.
Oh, right. Duh.
Yeah.
I saw the show. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Oh my God, that was quite a story.
Mom fell asleep.
My mother-in-law was with me. That is not.
Oh, the show, the Broadway show.
Yeah. No, that's the show.
That's right.
That's our experience with Book of Mormon.
Not something you want to watch with your mother-in-law. Very uncomfortable. But anyway, I digress. So you guys have seen all these shows, I'm assuming you're watched.
I haven't seen any of them.
What?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Out of here. Do you like reality TV?
I love reality
How
TV.
have you not watched this?
Because, I haven't watched The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives because, personally, I didn't think it really aligned with what I believed, really, in the church.
Fair
so
enough.
I was I don't really need to watch it. And the Housewives of Salt Lake, whatever. I didn't even
Real Housewives.
Sorry. I didn't really even, hear of it.
No,
Like,
Man, it's
I
good.
just
People
never
go
really
to
watched
prison.
it.
Yeah,
I know, but part of me like I need to watch. I don't know why I haven't. But
Man,
I
you
mean,
should.
I've watched enough reality TV shows and all those shows for the both of us. I'm just watching it all the time. So
I love it.
I've seen all the shows you mentioned. I've seen everything from season 1 to now. You know.
So do you think there's like, would you say that there's a lot or a little Mormons that are like what we're seeing on TV versus reality?
So I mean, for like the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, you know, all of them at one point in their life have been a member of the church. Some of them still are. And, you know, I'm not gonna like sit here and say like, oh, their experiences are not what is really happened, because their experiences are valid and are accurate. But that's what they kind of share is not like my experience in the church. You know, they say a few things that I disagree with personally. And so it definitely is not like accurate as to what I have done in my life. But, you know, they have been members of the church and their experiences as well. And that's great, right?
Yeah, for sure. How big of a deal is it to get excommunicated?
So,
It's gotta be a huge deal.
That sounds like a big deal.
Is it like hard to be excommunicated?
Who you
Yes.
gotta blow? Just kidding.
yeah, I think it's extremely hard to be excommunicated.
yeah,
I
it
think
is.
I saw a clip of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives talking about it, and it's like you need to like kill someone or something.
Yeah, like do like really
Like it's
bad
Bad stuff.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly, I guess, like cheating on your wife or on your husband, on your
Swinging
spouse.
with your friend's husband
Yeah.
and wife. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That kind of thing.
Basically, I just heard of that is when you're excommunicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So like,
Or if you like kill somebody, like do like the
Sure.
terrible break the law type of stuff. you know?
right. So like, with all of this craziness going on, do you guys feel like it's creating more of a bad like vibe for the church and for and like do they talk about this in the community and in the church with all of this being on television and such like a popular thing right now?
Yeah, I mean, they do definitely, like members of the church in Florida, you know, me and my friends in the group, we talk about it a little bit. And I definitely think it's talked about a lot in Utah, especially because that's where it's all being filmed and stuff. And I mean, we talk about it and it's like, obviously this is what goes on with some people, but
Not all people.
it's not all of
Yeah.
us. It doesn't represent the whole church as, you know, what we really do and how we do live our lives. Because, you know, reality TV is like, there's the cameras, and so of course
Sure.
people want to be dramatic for the cameras
Right.
and make things maybe
Entertaining.
more entertaining than it seems.
Yeah, I think it would be equivalent to like somebody saying Jersey Shore is like all of New Jersey.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Not at all.
It's not.
Yeah, Jersey
And I
Shore.
love those people.
Or
I
even
actually-
like even
all
Real,
the time.
Real Housewives of New Jersey. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's not.
Yeah, no. I
That's
get
not
it.
real life. You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like it's really like in my experience. I don't feel like it's really talked about that much. Like
Yeah. Oh,
like
okay.
at church, no one has even like mentioned it at all. Really.
Yeah.
Like it's not a huge thing, and I think we're trying not to make it a huge deal. You
Yeah.
know, like that happened. Great, let them do. Like I don't care what they do with
Sure.
their lives. They
Yeah.
have their own experiences. You can do that, but
Yeah.
from what I've heard and stuff, it's not what we believe really or align with in some aspects. So
Yeah.
we just don't really talk about it that much.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
So wait, have you watched the Sister Wives show?
No.
No, so I watched a few like
How
episodes,
long
I guess.
is it
It's
older?
It is. It's been around for a long time.
I think it's like
Okay.
on its like final season.
yeah, it's
right
definitely
now.
knocking on death's door. I'll tell you what.
They're a hot mess.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
Yeah, I don't even know,
that's
like,
what
what
I've
it is,
heard.
really.
Well, I think like when it comes to that show, specifically that show, it gives a bad rap for Mormons because it's making it seems like the polygamy thing is like
Yeah.
a real thing, or at
It's
least,
not.
and it's not. Yeah, that's like any Mormon person I've ever come across. Like that is not
it's
a
like not
normal
a- yeah,
practice. It's
no.
illegal. Like
Yeah.
what the heck? That guy Cody, he's a creep. He's a creep.
He really is.
Just like one of
The
the
husband.
It's the husband with all the wives. And
Yeah.
to give you like a mental picture of what this guy looks and acts like.
You've probably seen like clips of what he
Probably.
Yeah, he looks and acts. Like this is where it gets fucked up. Is like it's one thing to like look at somebody
Yeah.
and be like, oh, okay, I
Yeah.
look like that, whatever.
But- yeah.
But then to like have that personality is Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
Yes. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
No.
He's exactly like that. Like he's weird. He's always like, I don't know, like,
Hair in
he's, like,
every hoodie.
he's a mess. I don't know. The guy's just a mess. I'm
so
like,
funny.
he's very. I don't
feel
know.
sorry for the wives on that show. I haven't like watched
Yes.
it recently, but I watched it like a while back when it first came out, and I was like, this guy's a creep. Like
He's a
just creep.
brainwasher.
Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
just looking for reasons to be a man whore. Like,
Yeah,
don't get
that's-
married at
yeah.
all then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like that's kind of what's twisted, I think, and it's unfortunate when you are a member of the church, I'm sure, where you have these sort of people who put their lives out on display, and then it's like it
Yeah.
creates this perception in
Yeah.
the world because they're on television
Yep.
that this is what the
It's
LDS
like,
church
yeah.
is
Yeah.
about,
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
like that's not right.
Yeah.
Like it's weird.
Yeah, because it's the only thing you see. And, you know, they tie the names like Mormon and LDS to these things, but it's really not like that's not the main focus of the TV shows and things. And I don't even know for sure if the Secret Wives, or not Secret, Sister Wives, if that show, I don't even think they're officially members of the church. Like, I know a lot of people like think they are, but I think they're like in a different kind of church. I mean, because Mormons definitely, we are totally against polygamy, and we, you know, do not practice that at all. And so I need to know. I guess I need to figure out.
Google it. I'll Google it right now.
Right?
I don't think they are
I've
either.
heard- okay, yeah, I've heard that they are not members of the church.
Yeah, I don't think they
at
are
one
either.
point,
Yeah.
I think they were raised as children
Okay,
as part
yeah.
of the church, and then
Yeah, okay. that
I don't
makes
know
sense.
how they end up coming out, but we'll
I don't
figure
know
it out.
specifics, but I just want to put that out there. We have
She's
no
like,
idea.
we don't claim them. Okay, we do not claim
I
them.
know, I gotta
You
clarify
can
that
say
one.
it
Like the swingers, maybe.
like once a year.
Did you guys go to college out there?
Yes.
You did?
Yeah.
Where did
I
you
didn't
go?
go to college. No.
No.
Yeah, I
Me
went.
neither.
I know.
Got you, boo. Listen, no debt.
Yes.
Suckers.
Smart.
Just kidding. Not really. College kids are a dime a dozen, right? Still paying off those loans, huh?
That's true. For the rest of my life, fortunately.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. They were part
Yeah.
of the Apostolic United.
Apostolic United Brethren.
I can't
AUB.
read,
Oh
but
my
you could tell I
gosh.
didn't go to college.
I was like, I don't know.
A Mormon fundamentalist group that practices polygamy, also known as the Work.
I have. That is the first I'm hearing of
It
that.
sounds like
church.
he's like in a cult.
It sounds
Yeah.
like
his
he's
own.
made this shit up to
Yes.
get away with
I think so.
what he's doing and
Yeah. Made his
justify
own
being
cult.
a dirtbag.
Yeah. I guess he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Who would have? I never would have thought.
Thanks
I
for
would've
letting us
learned
know.
that.
Just so our listeners and our viewers are aware, LDS does not claim that.
No.
Definitely does not. So wait, tell us about growing up in Utah. What was that like?
We were we were talking about this, and I was like, I feel like we just grew up normal. But then I realized a lot of people won't see it as normal. You know, like to me, it's just like we grew up normal. We had a normal childhood. But I mean, I think we had a normal childhood. We there's 5 of us kids, so there's 3 older brothers. We went to church every Sunday. There's these youth groups that we would go to every week at our church. We'd go to school. We both played sports. We both worked.
Sounds exactly like our childhood. Exact same thing.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Go
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah.
I mean, we were brought up religious as kids too. Like we're Christian. We were Baptist, raised Baptist. But,
Okay.
Church every Sunday.
Yeah, same deal.
Wednesday night
Yeah.
youth group.
Yeah, exactly.
Sunday school. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did all the things
There you
like
go.
VBS.
Vacation Bible School. Yes.
Oh,
I still
dang.
send my kid to
hadn't heard that
VBS. It's the best. She loves it.
VBS was like a full week in the summer where you would go and like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you don't know what VBS is?
no.
Oh, Vacation Bible School.
Okay.
I love that. We
Yeah.
had a week where we'd go called Girls Camp. Like we'd go
Yeah.
with all the young women in our community and go camp for a week. But,
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you guys are young to be married, I feel like.
Yes.
Is this like a...
That
It's
was gonna
pretty
be my
common
next
in the
question.
church, yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Is
Yeah.
it the church? Is it the state?
I think
Is
the
it just-
stereotypical church
Yeah.
where we get married young, yeah.
Yeah. And I think we were talking about this a little earlier about like why it is that that members of this church get married quicker than normal. And honestly, I think it goes back to our teenage years because the youth group in the church is so strong and like so it's focused on the youth because they're the future generation. So I remember when we were young, we were taught to and encouraged to go on group dates. And so we
What's that like?
I know, it's crazy.
And
like
that's what blows my mind. I was like,
Yes.
people don't know what group dates are. Like,
yeah.
This is where the swinger...
I was gonna say that's where it starts. That's where it starts.
Ladies!
Come on, let's connect the dots. That's crazy. That was my exact thought. I know that's fucked up, but whatever.
So yeah, with the group dates and things, it's like we're encouraged to get to know lots of people and just hang out in group settings and go do fun dates. And I think, when we were teenagers, we learned what we wanted in a partner pretty quickly on. We learned what we wanted, what we didn't want. And so I think when we were in our church, as we be missions, people choose to be missionaries.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so after you're a missionary, it's kind of like, okay, the next step, I guess, is to get married. So when you're back from serving a mission, you have experience of, dating a bunch of people growing up. Not like obviously when we're way young, but like then we're just like, okay, we're ready to get married and we just
It's just the next step.
find the
Yeah.
next person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're just ready to move on.
Wow. How old were you guys when you got married?
I got married 4 months ago, so I'm 22.
Jesus Christ. Sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah.
Sorry.
I got married
you were
when I was
21.
21, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And how long did you know your partner before you got married?
It was arranged. Not that it's your business, but just kidding. Go ahead.
So I met my husband on Valentine's Day, actually, in February, and then we got married in November of the same year.
wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
I know.
It is arranged.
No, but so you didn't grow up with him then?
No,
Because he was in Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
and so
so-
how did you meet him?
we met because he was
Just like
in.
Tinder.
He thankfully not. No, he came out to BYU in Utah to go to college.
Told you.
So I was going
it
to
all
college there
stems
too.
from BYU.
Yes, it does stem from
Did
there.
you go there too?
I went there as well.
See?
Yeah.
No.
They all go there.
Our 3 brothers
Yes.
went to BYU.
Can
as
you
well.
not go to BYU? Can you only go to BYU if you're LDS?
No.
No. Well, no, you can go.
If
to
you're not
BYU.
LDS, you can go to BYU.
can.
Yes. Like our
Yeah.
quarterback, I think he's Jewish. Like he's not even a member.
Well, I mean, football's important. We have priorities here. It's college ball. Come on now. That's so funny.
Yeah.
So, when you were there, did you notice that there were a lot of students that were in LDS, more or less?
I knew mostly were LDS, and I knew a few people that were not LDS. And so definitely the ratio is more than less, but there was this one guy who was, I don't even remember his name, but I think he got pretty
Trouble.
popular because everyone knew him as he wasn't a member of the church.
He was the non-Mormon. He's here. He brought his liquor. That's the guy.
But then he actually did end up converting and being baptized into the church, which was really special and we were very excited about. So that was one of the few, I guess, who is there. But
Did you spend time there
one
when you were or even now, I guess, because you're of that age? I feel like
I'm
you
not
would be
really. I don't like BYU. I'm not a fan of BYU.
okay.
She's like, I was raped. Just kidding.
No, I don't know. I don't know why, but I mean, I lived in Provo, the city that it's in.
Yeah.
I lived there after my mission. just because a lot of my friends were living there and going to BYU. So like I lived in like the college scene, but I never actually really stepped foot on campus.
Okay. Did you both do missions?
Yes,
We did.
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you go?
So I went to California, and before then I went to Mexico for a couple weeks to learn Spanish. Then I flew back to California to preach the gospel in Spanish.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nice.
Good for you. That's
Thank
all part
you.
of California.
It's Southern California.
Okay.
That's a rough place to
Yes,
be.
it was pretty.
She's like, I got sent to Detroit.
I got sent even more south.
Where did you go?
So it was COVID when I went.
Okay.
So it was kind of messed up. So I got called to Brazil, but I got reassigned to Tennessee for 6 months, and then I went to Brazil for a year.
What part of Tennessee?
Nashville.
Yes.
I know, we were pumped when we
That's
heard
brilliant.
that. Yeah.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah.
I tell her all the
But
time.
this, in my brain, it's like, remember there was that TV show with the Amish kids where they like get their,
Amish Mafia?
no, wasn't the Amish Mafia.
That was a pretty good show, guys. I'm not
But
gonna
the
lie.
like Rumspringa where they have like their time where they can like go out and live their life and then they come back and decide like whether they want to stay Amish. Like this is
dang.
what a mission is in my brain.
Oh, is that what it-
LDS. I know it's not the same thing.
No.
But it's how I like to think about it. I'm like, it's like Rumspringa or whatever it's called. It's like, all right, now we're going on our mission. We're in Nashville. Like, I would be living my best life out there. I don't know how you.
We're doing Rumspringa in December for my birthday. We're going to
We are.
Vegas. It's going to be Rumspringa.
You're coming back. I don't even know if that's what it's called. but
That's what it's called
something
now.
like
We're going to make a shirt or something. It's Rumspringa.
But like it's these missions are crazy sometimes
Yeah,
because like
it was
you're
crazy.
gone for so long and then you come back and it's like, does it change you? You think as a person?
Oh,
Does
I am a
and
completely,
the purpose is to really make you grow up, right?
Yeah,
which is the
exactly.
same thing with
Rumspringa.
Yeah.
whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
And I
We
think-
just called it
yeah.
spring break.
Yeah. I think that's why we also get married young, especially return missionaries, just because, like, I spent a year in Brazil. Like, I was with only Brazilians. I learned another language.
Yeah.
I learned how to do so many different things. That I
And
felt
you're
like
on your own.
Yeah, I'm on my own. I'm learning how to, I even had to budget. Like, I had to learn so many skills within that year that, like, I just felt like I was ready for the next step when I got home. And of course, that's different for everybody, but I feel like that also plays part in why we get married young.
How'd you meet your husband?
I met him, so friends I met in Tennessee while I was on my mission went to high school with him, and they set us up pretty much. So when we got home, they were just in that friend group that I would hang out with when I got home.
Nice. So he was Mormon too?
Yeah, he went on a mission as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Well, now, wait, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What happens if you want to marry somebody who's not Mormon?
No, you
Great.
can't.
Not allowed?
Yeah, you can.
Look at you with your bullshit fake news. Get it together.
Then do you try to convert them?
I mean,
I
it
mean,
just depends.
on what you'd want to do.
Yeah.
Are they accepted like by your families as easily and things like that?
That is definitely dependent on the family,
Yeah,
but my family would. Like,
Yeah, just
I wouldn't, if my kid
We'll take anybody.
Like, I'll have
Totally agree.
We have our free agency. We can choose to do what we want.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's not like we're not forced to do anything.
Isn't one of the Real Housewives' husbands Jewish?
Yeah,
Yes.
Lisa's husband.
Yeah.
Lisa
It's
and Meredith.
Meredith's
They're both
husband.
Jewish.
Yeah.
That's right.
How can you be a Jewish Mormon?
You're not.
Can somebody explain that to me?
I don't even know that.
I think they're just Jewish.
Yeah. Like, the wife's more.
I think
Well,
she
because-
was raised
Wait a
and
second.
converted.
Wait a second.
Meredith.
Because
Yeah.
Lisa is Jewish, but her son,
No, Lisa
Is
is
Mormon.
Yeah.
I think she's.
I think Lisa is Mormon.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
Because
I
they
think she
celebrate
is.
the Jewish holidays with Meredith.
Well,
I mean, you can like celebrate
Yeah, I
stuff
think it's
with,
just
with
like-
them, just like supporting them.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
I've just never been invited to any of these clubs. I don't know. My Jewish friends, thanks a lot, guys. You embarrassed me. You're my new friends. Talk to you, Susan.
That's pretty funny.
Well, because I thought Lisa was Jewish, because I thought she was a Jew
No,
from
I
New
think
York.
it's Seth that's actually Jewish, and I think Meredith is converting to Judaism for Seth.
Yeah.
But Meredith was raised Mormon.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because did you see the new season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake?
Yes.
Caught up.
I know. It's crazy.
How did Mary
So good. I was
Cosby
watching it
all
when
of
I
a
was blow
sudden
drying my hair this
become-
morning. AirPod in,
that.
6 a.m. What's happening?
I love that.
Mary Cosby's like a good guy now. I'm like,
She's
how
like
did
my
this happen?
favorite
I
this
can't
season. I
stand
can't
her.
believe it.
I hated her.
I still
And
hate
now
her.
she's
too.
the best.
Because I think because the first couple seasons, she was so real and like really just got down and said what she feels. But this season, it's like refreshing that she's just real and saying like how it is, because everybody else is trying to do all this drama stuff, but she's just keeping it chill and real, like throwing in these funny comments.
She
here and
shuts it
there.
right down.
She does.
Yeah,
When
anybody
she was
tries
at
to
the
play,
party
she's
and
like,
she's like,
nope.
oh, hey,
Yeah.
Jared, the other day, and like talking to
It was not that guy.
the not Jared
Not
guy.
Jared guy. Different date. I was like, oh shit.
I was cringing for her. I was like, oh, Mary. But then I'm like, she's so old, she doesn't even give a shit. Like, she could care
Yeah.
less. She's like, forget.
What church is her church?
I don't know.
Because like
I
feel
don't
like,
know what church she goes to.
Yeah, it's like her church.
Oh, that's right. Her
There's some sort of
husband's
something
church.
weird going on.
Yeah, there
there.
is something weird going on. So wait a
Are
second.
they Mormon too? Do they claim to be?
I think so.
Are there other
Look it
You
up.
probably need to look
Mormon
up all this
churches
stuff.
than-
No, there's just one.
the Church of Jesus Christ?
Yeah,
of
the Church of
Latter-day
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
She's not part of the Mormon faith. That's why she's weird.
Oh, that's like grandma.
Pentecostals freak me. That's I'm not gonna lie.
It's like grandma.
I'm religious, and I'm telling you, that shit freaks me out.
Grandma. You couldn't be able to tell by her truck driver mouth.
Oh,
I really am. Listen, this is what happens when you raise your kids to not say bad words. They aren't saying bad words for so long that once they become grown-ups, they're like,
I don't know, like how you guys don't rebel. Like I don't know. As
I
a
feel like I'm not rebellious. I don't know what I'm saying actually.
she's like, I'm not a rebel at all.
You're like a more rebellious one, or were you all just good followers of the rules and doing what you were supposed to?
Yeah, I would say we were taught, growing up, we were just taught this gospel. And so
That's all we really.
it's all that we've known, and we personally believe it ourselves. And so I think that we just had a testimony, our own testimony, honestly, at a pretty young age, that we really felt that we believed this church. And so that's maybe why we've stayed in it and stayed part of it, because we were taught that we were children of God our whole entire lives. Like, how amazing is that? It's such amazing gospel. It's such amazing news. We were taught that Jesus Christ is our brother and our savior, and he will help you literally through anything in your life. So it's like, why would we not want that? So
Yeah.
we love it, and we just keep doing it. You know, that's our life.
I think we probably would have.
Our parents fucked up.
Yeah, I think it would have been very much this way had what happened in our childhood not occurred.
Yeah, I think you're right. Our parents divorced when we were young. So, like, things got a little messy after
Very
that. That's when we
messy.
started getting
And that's when
Off
we
the rails.
rebelled
Little
and turned bad.
rebellious.
Yeah.
and turned bad.
No one was watching us, and they were too busy fighting and worrying about themselves to worry about us. And there's 4 of us. And so,
We're drinking in the woods.
yeah, like we just did all the bad things that teenagers do, I think. And it veered us off of our path, I think, to being like fully in it, as we probably would have been had that not happened.
I see that. You guys have never drank at all? It's amazing. You must feel so good.
I mean, we don't know
Fresh as a
what it feels
daisy.
opposite, but
I don't know what. No coffee, no alcohol.
No coffee?
I've never had coffee in my life.
Because there's no caffeine at all, right?
Well, that's what is so confusing, because everyone's like,
Isn't
you
that
can't
Amish?
you can't drink coffee, but you can go have these 32-ounce sodas filled
Yeah.
with all this caffeine and sugar.
Oh, yeah, that's
and
right.
that's what like the main confusion is, and that's I think what is talked about in The Secret Life sometimes.
Yeah.
Is, like,
Yes.
you can't have coffee, but all of them have their special Utah soda drinks.
Yeah.
And it's basically, it's called the Word of Wisdom. I feel like they talked about it maybe in this show a little bit. I don't know. But basically it's no hot drinks, coffee or tea.
Oh.
What's temperature have to do with it?
yeah.
Fair question,
Does
right?
this make
it is.
sense, like,
And
to
that's,
you guys, or are you
and
just...
that's what I'm like, growing up, I'm like, okay, no coffee, tea. But then older I get, it's like, okay, well, no coffee, tea, but we're drinking all this soda. And then I'm just like, I don't understand. So then basically
drinks are
for
from
me,
hell.
it's
That's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a temperature problem. No, it's toasty.
I have
Better
no
finish.
idea. But basically, it's the principle behind it that I understand, that I don't want to be reliant on something like that, if that makes sense. So me personally, I rarely drink soda at all. I like literally only drink water because I feel best for me. I feel more in tune with God in my life. I feel like I'm not dependent on anything every day.
She has great skin.
Yeah, I know, right?
And so I think that's just the principle behind it, that what we believe, we want to be dependent on God and not like anything else really.
Yeah.
Which again, nobody is perfect at that.
Sure.
And I'll be honest, I don't understand why it's specifically coffee. I don't understand that.
Interesting.
Because we can go and have all these sodas filled with caffeine. Like I don't understand.
It's
it
a
doesn't make
temperature
sense to me.
problem.
Is it true that there's like soda bars out there?
Oh yeah.
This is a
every
thing?
corner. Yeah.
You gotta go, man.
Yeah.
This is like the
dream
Taylor
come
ham, egg, and
true.
cheese. Like we were trying to tell you, it's like
you're
a staple
right.
thing. You gotta go to Utah and have a soda bar.
I've been to Utah.
I've not been to Utah.
Yeah.
I keep trying to go.
Yeah.
I was going last year.
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
skier. I love to ski.
Oh,
that's
and you
awesome.
haven't
Yeah.
been out. You
I
gotta
haven't yet.
go.
So my kids are just at the age where they can start going west now. It's a lot different to ski in Jersey and learn here,
Yeah.
going up and down to Vermont,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
Maine. Like, so my kids have skied the whole East Coast. Our first trip was to Colorado. So we took them there
That's fun.
first. And then Utah will
You have a
be
place to stay if you come to Utah.
Nice.
We'll host you.
I like it.
Just come crash at your house.
Do it. Yeah.
You don't get these bitches out.
no.
We just show up with wine.
We're here. Oh, shoot.
We're like, actually, no. I won't drink it, but I'll happily watch you guys.
I can't imagine life without wine.
Like at least like a
Jesus drank wine.
all the time. I feel like it's a necessity
I
to
know.
have like a slight
Especially as
buzz.
moms,
Yeah.
right?
I know.
And that's where the caffeine comes in for us. Like, we just need to go get a Dr. Pepper or something,
so
and that'll hold us over.
Definitely reliant on caffeine.
All right, I have two more questions. Kind of BYU related, but not. So first,
Right.
I think you asked it earlier, but I don't think we got an answer. The garment thing.
What's that about?
Explain.
Yeah.
Well, have you ever heard of a LDS temple?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's like so many around the world, actually. They're being built in all different places, which is very, very cool. And they are very, very special places, very sacred places for us. And it's where we go and we make covenants with God and promises with Him. Yeah. And then we receive our endowments in the temple, and that's basically accepting the garment. And so we, after we go through the temple, we receive the garments, and then we wear them throughout our lives as reminders of the promises that we've made with God, and reminders that He's here with us, and that, He's here to support us and help us through. So they're really, and reminders to Him that we have made promises too, that we will follow His commandments and try to be a good neighbor and things like that. So
Don't live in New Jersey.
Okay, that makes sense. So, and then, so temples are different from like the church.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
They're
they
separate.
are
Yeah.
very separate.
And more important, exciting stuff happens at the temple versus churches where you would go on Sunday.
Yes.
to-
Oh, interesting.
Everyone can come to church. Like, as missionaries,
Okay.
we'll
Yeah.
invite people on the street
Anyone
to come
can
to church with us.
Got it.
Anybody at all.
Okay.
And then the temple, to go into the temple, you need to be baptized in the church, and follow the
Who made the rules? Is it like in the Bible for the temple? The temple, it's in the Bible. The
Yeah, it
rules
goes
for
back
the temple.
to a lot of the things that we do in the temple go back to
Book of
things in the
Exodus?
Bible. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm going to read it.
yeah.
Better.
Hang it on my list. Listen, I read the Bible. I do. I usually say hand on a Bible when I'm telling the truth, which I'm always telling the truth, but hand on a Bible. I read the Bible. Pray all the time. Probably too much. I'm probably like, shut this girl up
We
already.
literally prayed on the way here because
What are we getting ourselves
she was
into?
like having like just freaking out. I was like,
We need to pray.
That's what I do when I'm freaking out too.
It's the way to go.
We do.
Absolutely.
Literally, us driving down here today, like we're just talking about a bunch of things that are happening in life, and we're trying not to talk about subjects that we want to talk about on the show because we have to like
Yeah, that makes
intentionally
sense.
not speak to
Yeah.
each other.
Shut up.
So we're like, what can we talk about? So we're talking about things that we cannot talk about
Yeah.
on the show,
Yeah.
and that's where a lot of our faith comes out.
Yeah.
So like, it's in God's hands, and you know,
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
time, not
That's
my
awesome.
God's time.
Time, not my time. Just keep telling myself it's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
this is my last question. Is another like I can't think of the
You're
word.
all right.
No. My brain literally short circuit.
We literally just did an episode about
So
this. No
bad.
joke. You'll hear it.
It happens as you get older. I think like the older I'm getting, it's horrible.
I know.
Wait, do you
I
guys
get
have
that.
kids?
They
She
do.
has, yes, I have a
one?
kid.
How old?
He's 1.5.
Aw, that's
He's
nice.
so sweet. Yeah,
Aw.
it's fun.
What's his name?
His name's Zane.
Oh,
Cool name. I like it.
Thank you.
Very
Thanks.
cool.
Yeah. He was a little monkey for Halloween this year because he loves Curious George. So we dressed
that's
him
so
up as a monkey.
cute.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
so fun.
And he finally knows how to do trick or treating, you know, so it was like the best Halloween just a couple days ago. It was so fun.
Good
Yeah,
for
that's
you.
awesome.
That's great.
We need to talk more about your business too. So you were saying Shiro's is the name of your company, and
Yeah.
it's based out of Florida, right?
Yes, it is.
And you guys are online. You can find them on Instagram at Shiro's. It's SHEROSE.IE. And you're doing a lot of great things for postpartum moms.
Yes,
So how did
I
that
am.
happen?
So way back when I was going through postpartum, I had my son in April, and then, you know, postpartum is just like crazy stuff. Like nobody can prepare you for what you go through, right?
We were literally just talking about
Just
this.
talking
Like
about
I
it.
Yeah.
went grocery shopping for the first time when I first had my daughter and forgot the groceries.
Oh my God.
Like at the store.
Went through the whole process
What?
to check out and was walking out, and they were like,
Ma'am.
because your brain is like
me.
a mess. You're terrified of everything. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
At least you got your
I did
kid,
get my
right?
groceries and my
Yeah,
kid. Like,
exactly.
they called me back, but I was like, I just went through the motions of all of this for
Yeah.
what? Like,
Yeah.
We're cracking up.
I was losing my brain.
Nothing like
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Postpartum is
brain.
hard.
It is, yeah. And so I actually, just a side note for the business right now, I haven't officially launched any products right now because what I'm doing is kind of doing like a series of starting a business from scratch. And so right now that's what I'm doing on my Instagram is posting videos of like starting the business. I do have a product that we are currently getting manufactured and things. And this product is just helping in this particular issue during postpartum. And I kind of came up with it because it was like a month postpartum, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need help with this. And no other companies had the product that was going to help me with this issue. And so I decided to make it myself.
Are you gonna tell us what it is?
I know, I'm like, you're exhausted.
Wait, is it trademarked?
I mean, no, well, I don't want to say it
Yeah,
yet.
because if it's not
it's
trademarked,
not
don't
ready.
say it.
Yeah,
don't
got
say
it.
it.
So
Okay.
I don't want to say it yet.
I was like,
but-
is she being secretive because we're talking about something about
I
the
didn't even
vaginas?
know. I
or
know.
what?
I was like, I want to get ahead of this. Like, hold on, wait. We don't want anybody ripping off your idea.
That I
Exactly.
respect.
Yes,
So,
but when you
I'm
do
not sure
trademark
if
it, let us
I
know.
will
We'll promote.
for sure. It's a very I made it and I use it for a full year postpartum, and so like it's this random little prototype I made, and I was like, if I use it for a full year,
Yeah, someone
I
else
definitely think other people,
will.
other postpartum moms need to use it too.
Mormon women are so ambitious. They are go getters.
Okay.
They start businesses like left and right. They find these brilliant
honestly,
things.
I've seen that a lot.
I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what this gadget is. Not that
Yeah.
I'm having any kids anytime soon.
But it might make you want to have more.
Listen, these ovaries are not screaming. Trust me. All right, I promise you. I'm too tired for this shit.
Seriously about that. Oh my gosh.
I'm old, too. I'm too old to have kids
I
at
know,
this
I
point.
know.
Like,
Well, that's super exciting though. You
Thank
have to
you.
tell us like when you're like ready to launch.
Thank
but
you,
at least you can follow
absolutely.
their journey
Yes,
on
absolutely.
sherosie.ie.
yeah, that's good.
So fun. Okay, last question from me, unless you have another one before I.
Go ahead. If I have anything, I'll just jump right in.
I actually feel bad even asking it because I'm like, it's,
I'm
No,
nervous.
you're good.
You want me to ask it?
all you have to do is say the word.
I'm scared now.
What the fuck is that?
Just say the word.
Soaking? What's soaking?
I've heard that word. I have no idea what it means.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
No idea. Literally, it's just, I think it was just a word that went viral from somebody interviewing somebody at BYU. And
What?
I honestly think they just said it as a joke.
So it's not real.
I
No,
do not think
no.
it's real. It's not
I-
real. Nobody really even
Okay,
knows
wait, I'm
what
gonna
it
tell.
is.
I know.
I was gonna
I
say.
know what it is, and I'm going to
like,
tell
Google
you.
it after this episode.
But I didn't want you to know what it was until they replied.
I'm excited.
Okay, so obviously, as a Christian, as part of LDS Church, you're supposed to practice abstinence and not have any sex, obviously, before you're married. So at BYU, they came up with this term that was apparently something they do to avoid having sex. It's called soaking.
But what is it?
It's essentially like penetration with no pump.
So they just put it in and it sits there? Where's the fun in that?
I genuinely have never even heard of that. I have no idea.
I went to BYU and never heard of that.
She's like, I didn't have any friends that were soaking, I'll tell you that much. Wow. Okay,
Yes.
that's a new term. Doesn't
Yeah.
sound worth it. I don't know.
Seriously.
Sounds pretty boring.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
Sounds like
Yeah.
it's adding fuel to the problem, if you ask me. Like I'd be like, if you're not supposed to do it and you're trying not to do it.
Yeah, that's
That's
Why
like,
do
oh,
that?
just the tip.
Yeah, I know. That's
exactly.
like,
That's
yeah,
exactly it.
Yeah.
It's-
Is it just the tip?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Technically, it's one pump.
Connected, lady. I've been watching so much
You're like,
Mormon
no,
stuff on
absolutely
TV.
not.
I'm not speaking on behalf of the whole
Jeez
church right now.
Louise,
I should not
soaking.
say
All
that.
So it's not a real thing. Anybody who's soaked, let us know in the comments.
I used to babysit when I was younger. So we had an LDS family in our town. and I babysat for them.
Who? Who?
Actually,
Do I know them?
what?
No, but
Then who cares?
yeah, Ashley's younger than me, so you would know. But Christine, my sister-in-law, she babysat for them too.
Okay, cool.
And like, yeah, there was a nice family. And
Did we have an LDS church somewhere
You
close?
there definitely has to be one
Yeah.
somewhere around.
You
Because
can
there
find
were
one
actually,
anywhere.
so you know what neighborhood it was? The one where like
Tintle?
no,
Just
where,
kidding.
where the Gallmans lived, and
Where was that?
like past Walsh Estates on the left.
Oh, yeah, I remember
In
that.
there was several Mormon families that lived in there.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I babysat for one too.
Yes.
I know who they are. You know 3 kids? 3 little ones.
Yes, there were 2 different families actually that we used to
Okay,
babysit
so
for.
I babysat for the one that had 3 little children, and I'll tell you what, they were the nicest people in the world. I don't know what they were thinking though, because I was like 12, and there was like a 4-year-old, a 3-year-old, and like a 1-year-old.
That might be something too, because we would babysit so young.
Yeah, I was just talking about this with one of my daughter's friends' moms, and I was like, what were our parents thinking? Like,
Like 12-year-olds
What were they-
caring for your newborns.
like a baby, like 3
Yeah.
little. I don't know
Yeah.
what they were thinking. I
Yeah.
remember one of them actually got into a black Sharpie and drew all over his face. He walked in, I was making him like ice cream and like little sundae bowls. And they came in and he's just holding a Sharpie and I'm like, whoa, give me that. He looked up at me, just black mark and all that. I was like, scrubbing this kid
You
clean.
definitely babysat for the same family that I did at some point in time because when I went back there after you had gone, you told them to call me Angelica.
That was a different family.
Those were also Mormon family.
They were?
Yes, there were lots of them.
Yes, there are.
I did not
There
know.
were quite a few in our
Mom and Dad had
community.
Mormon friends. I had no idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we were so sheltered when we were kids. Honestly, like we were completely oblivious to anything other than what was around us all the time and
Well,
what
and I
we were
think,
being
like,
Yeah,
told.
same with us.
Nobody, it wasn't something that was like called out to you and it
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
on television.
Yeah,
so you didn't
exactly.
care. Like,
Yeah.
and if you were a Christian, you were a Christian. It didn't matter
Didn't
whether
matter
you were
what branch of the
kind,
faith.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
Yeah.
for us, it wasn't a distinguished thing. I
Yeah.
only knew it when I got older.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was anything
Yeah.
different. I'm just like, as far as I was concerned, I'm like, there's Catholics. Everybody knows there's Catholics. And as long as every one of those branches all believe in the same thing. I didn't care.
Yeah.
All under the
Believe
same
in
umbrella.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. You believe in
that's it.
Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Died on the cross for your sins. Good, you're in. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's where the Jews have a problem. But they're protected. They're good. They're God's people.
They are. We like them too.
Anyway, before we continue judging every religion under the sun, I don't know what happens with Muslims.
All right. I was just trying to get me fired.
It's a fair question.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They still believe in God. It's just
Is it the same God?
No, they believe that
Fair question. What?
Yes,
Can we not
it is.
discuss
it's the
these
same
things?
God. It's not the same prophet.
I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but okay.
It's not Jesus. It's Muhammad, I think.
Oh, they think Muhammad is the son of Christ or the son of God?
No, it's something different. I don't know.
I don't know
Help
either.
me.
Yes,
help me.
us.
Someone help me.
Comment below. We're looking for some education on this. All right. Any other questions other than soaking and whatever else?
I hate that I ended on that question.
I don't love it.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
Oh man. Right, you
Do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say to the people?
No, I would love
Talk to the
hear
camera.
You guys like give advice about balancing mom and being entrepreneurs and the businesswomen that you are.
It's exhausting. That's a lot of work. I'm always tired. I just want to sleep 24/7.
man.
No, it's for what we're doing here with the podcast. It's
Yeah.
nice because you have flexibility. It's definitely a lot of work. A lot of work. Jessica is also a full-time marketing executive.
Whoa,
so
okay.
she
Awesome.
awesome. She really runs circles around anyone I have ever met.
Tired.
Yeah, I'm tired from watching her.
I would be too.
It's a lot, and she manages to juggle it all as well as the business end of everything we do here. I mean, we always joke that she's the smart one. I'm just the talent.
I can see a resemblance here.
Same page. Okay, cool. That's
I
my
think
people.
I would say, like, for me, always, you have to love what you do.
Yeah.
For
And
sure.
then it's not work, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're struggling to do your job every day because you hate it and you hate the people and you don't want to be there and it's horrible, like
Yeah.
it's time to find something else.
Yeah.
Like I would never work a job where I'm miserable and unhappy and you know, there's ebbs and flows in business where sometimes stuff happens and it's not always honky dory, but I think dedication and loyalty is a big thing that my generation has when it comes to working and being professionals. I don't know necessarily that it's the same in my kids today. Like they're very spoiled and it's a different time. And
Good job, Jess.
I pray
Great job.
that they will be hardworking and motivated, you know, but who knows? But yeah, I would never if you're doing what you love, it's not a job. And you
like
can
that.
see
That
it
is a
in your
great
face.
advice.
Like when you talk about your product, you don't even know what it is. But you want to know.
Product.
There's passion behind what you're saying and you believe in it, right? I would never do anything I don't believe in.
Yes, that's so true. That's
It makes it so much more fun because then it's fun. It's not work.
Yeah.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah. So to get paid to do what you love, and I say that with my corporate career and with the podcast, it's all the same.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My we'll have to talk off there afterwards because I have some postpartum stuff that I can fill you in on.
Yes, please.
I don't even know what that means. Are you pregnant? What is happening? What's going
I
on?
was trying to keep it a secret.
God, could you imagine? I'm freaking shit.
Definitely not pregnant.
Definitely not pregnant.
Definitely not.
All right.
Anyway.
Any other questions for us? What do you think of New Jersey?
Oh,
Honestly, we got out of the airport and we were like terrified. Where are we?
sketchy.
Like the house, we were just driving down the street. It was genuinely scary.
Where I live is farm country.
Vastly different.
It is Utah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
farms.
Seriously, I was like, that's where I
It's
live.
ski mountains.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
That's
it's
awesome.
lakes. It's
Yeah.
not anything like that.
Hiking, it's nice.
Okay.
Because the drive here was gorgeous with like all the
Yes.
trees
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, so
but
The Parkway.
coming down the parkway.
It was so nice. The Garden State Parkway.
You have to go like into Point Pleasant because it's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah, like check out the
Here,
beach.
go to
We
the
will. That's
beach.
what
Yeah,
we're
we're
going
gonna
to do
do
today.
that
Go,
too.
go
Yeah.
drive in. What I love about living here, as much as I hate this god awful state, is that literally you could be at the shore or skiing on a mountain in
That is really cool.
the same state in the same day.
Yeah,
if you
that's
really
awesome.
wanted to, you know.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And
That's awesome.
Newark is unfortunately where our airport is, so you're flying into this city that's just
Yeah.
gross.
So
and
how is it pronounced?
Because we cannot.
Newark.
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 you gotta
Newark.
Jersey it up.
Newark.
Yeah.
Newark.
Newark.
Newark. Newark.
It sounds just like New York.
We were on
too,
the
so
phone.
we were so
No, we were
confused
literally
where
on
we
the
were
phone
flying.
planning
Yeah.
our flights, and I was like, okay, and it says it gets into New York, and she's like, no, it's not New York, it's Newark. I was like, that's what I said.
Newark is not really a representation of New Jersey.
No.
I'll say that.
It's
That's what I've
disgusting.
Definitely not.
It's pretty disgusting.
And it was late at night, and we're like, what did we get ourselves into?
Yes. We should have warned you, and I feel solely responsible for
No,
that.
it's so fun. No,
One of my
Yeah.
best friends actually served his mission here in Newark.
In
Get
Newark?
out.
And he told me that same thing. He's like, don't judge it by the city.
Yeah, no, it's terrible.
It's
like
not the
as a
same.
professional who travels a lot for work, I've had clients and partners come in for years into Jersey from all over the country, and like everyone says the same thing. They're like, this is disgusting. How do you live here?
What a shithole.
This is not where I live.
It's not like that. It's funny too because New Jersey is the Garden State.
Right. It's actually
Yeah.
very,
That's what
it's
I
beautiful.
saw on the license plate. I
Yes.
was like, how is
I think we're in the wrong state. It doesn't make sense.
Where are we? This is
Where
such a
are
lie.
we? It doesn't make any sense. That's why they call it the armpit of America.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Literally,
So
that's so
funny.
funny. My daughter and I, it's when I texted you guys, I'm like, don't mind the smell. like
I know,
up by
that was
her,
killing me.
it's beautiful woods,
Okay.
fresh air. I mean, I live like 15 minutes from Newark, maybe 20 minutes
Okay.
tops.
Okay.
It's not that far from me.
No, it's a little more like rural. Like where I am
She's
is very
rural.
rural. She's like more suburbs, and then
Yeah.
the
Okay, okay,
city.
nice.
You know,
But like, I'll be driving with my daughter in the car with the windows down. And she's like, "What's that smell?" I'm like, "That's that fresh New Jersey air." I don't know what to tell you. It's the Passaic River.
I'm telling you, I watch these shows with Utah though, and
Yeah.
like I feel it in my soul that is where I belong.
I'm telling you,
Just the landscape.
gorgeous.
Oh
It
my
is
goodness,
gorgeous.
I belong
Yeah.
there. Like
Yeah.
this is.
I went
it's
to
gorgeous.
I want all the
Utah.
snow,
The
all the
snow and
time.
everything.
I am a
Yeah.
ski bunny. Like I want to be in the cold in the winter. I'm not
Yeah.
the beach girl. Like that is my jam.
Yeah, yeah.
I have been to Utah twice. Once in the summer, or 3 times. Twice in the winter, and once in the summer. And when I was there in the summer, I was like, who knows what there is to do? I mean, this
I
is
know.
like ski zone, right? So I don't know. And I'm not a big skier, even when I went in the winter. It was actually where I learned to skate. I was like, this is wonderful. I tell her, she's like, that's not what it's like. All right, just so you know.
You need to come to New Jersey.
Yeah.
We're on ice.
Yeah, you're like bruising your ass every time you go down. This is like a pillow. This is easy.
Everything's so spread out.
And beautiful and clean, whatever. Anyway, but in the summer when I went up there, over there, I don't know, whatever. I had gone hiking a couple of times,
Yes,
and
that's the best.
it just everything about it. I didn't want to leave. I was like, if I lived here, I would do this every day.
I'm afraid to go,
Yeah.
honestly, because I don't think I'll want to come back.
Yeah. It's
The only
beautiful.
thing that was a problem for me was we had we were out at like a bar, and the power went out. I was in Park City, so like in the village or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the power went out. And they have all those electric drink monitors on everything, so you couldn't get a drink.
Oh.
They're like, you can have a beer. I'm like, what is this? You had to wait for the power to come back on to
Very
get a
dry
cocktail.
state, right?
Oh,
Just
yes.
generally. Yeah.
Even
Oh,
from
extremely.
we went out to Utah for her wedding this summer from Florida. So humid, obviously, in Florida. And so when we were there in Utah, I was just like dying. I felt like I was shriveling up.
Yeah.
Because I was so used to
And
the
I think
humid,
with
and
the
now it's just
altitudes
so dry.
too, right?
Yes.
It's like same as Colorado. Like you
It
have
is,
to
yeah.
constantly be drinking water because you
And
will
'cause
literally
it's so high up, like
the altitude.
All I know
It's
is when I was
exhausting.
out there during the summer, I played a couple rounds of golf, and you hit the ball a mile from the altitude. It goes so much further.
Really?
So much
so
further.
interesting,
It's
actually.
incredible. Oh my God. Then you come back to New Jersey, you're like, why am I hitting it so short? What's the matter with me? That was awesome. It was absolutely beautiful. I didn't want to leave.
I'm planning on getting out there very soon. So
Yeah.
I'll
I'm
definitely
not
let
kidding. You
guys
have a
know.
place to stay if you need.
I love it. Thank you.
You'll
Throw
run
us out in
into-
24
No,
hours.
I wouldn't.
I'd be like, I immediately regret this decision.
Your husband's gonna be like, "What did you do? This is who you did you bring into this house? Oh God, to sage it or something when they leave."
All right, guys. Yeah, if you get any Real Housewives of Salt Lake City events that you're
I know.
into, let us know. We'll come hang out.
All right.
You have to.
And we'll bring you to our Jersey Girl ones.
Yes, please do.
There's probably fist fights. Just
Yeah.
prepare
Oh,
yourself.
hey, we're there. That's cool.
Just snack on the popcorn. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you
Thank
next
you
week.
so much.
Bye.
Bye.